we'll start installing the graphics driver. I'm using an RX 5700 XT. So first off, we go to YST. Okay, first off we need to install the kernel source. DKMS. Already installed. Accept. Continue. Yeah, AMD drivers. Just follow. So we're using 5700 XT. Submit, and then my luck, it will tell me that they don't have it. So done. Download. Save file. Okay. Now okay, right click, move down to extract and select archive here. There's your file. I'm going to show you an easy way to install that. So we go here, go to up here, YST, T2, password, go down to software repositories, click add, click local directory, click next, click browse, then we go to home, click then, click downloads, click AMD Pro, choose, and then label it. Click yes, and click OK. Then we go into software management, click AMD GPU, and we pick AMD GPU, DKMS. Leave the Pub Pro out for now. We'll come back to that another time. Let's scroll down. Do I need Wayland? No, I'll get away with that. Click accept and continue. And then click ignore, 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 ignore. Ignore. why we installed the kernel source first, because you need the kernel source installed first before you install this. Someone who knows the command line would have installed that via the command line. I can do it, but for ease of use, this is easier. And it tells you if there's any problems. Finish. And then restart your PC, and then we'll find out if it's working. Press escape. Next, I want to grab another package, couple more packages before I carry on. Add community. Next. They're installed. I'll grab this because I use that for later. Trust. And there's Pac-Man, okay. I want to get sensors up and running, so done. So basically I find it's good just to grab all of them. It'll tell you if there's any problems and you deal with them later. Right, that tells me it won't work, so I will disable that. And also an old program that still works. GKRL. Accept. Continue. Ignore. And finish. We'll close you off now. We're going to terminal. SU, enter, type password, and then we're going to enter a command, sensors detect, and just click enter, and just click yes for everything. This will actually tell you the sensors that are available to you. Okay, now you just type in exit, come out of that and type sensors, and that tells you what you have available. There's your GPU. So I'm going to close that off, down here, type in just going to have to resize this so it fits on the screen. I'm sorry about the noise, but I've got gardeners outside. Chart height. There is a good reason I'm doing this, but I may as well just do it in front of you instead of cutting it out so you can see it for yourself. Okay, so we got sensors, fans, got fan 1, fan 2, don't need that. And then we'll get temperatures. Now here, you need to know what you're looking at. These are your NVMe drives, my NVMe drives. These are my GPU temps. And this, if I'm not mistaken, are my CPU temps. So you can see them coming up in the bottom. So I'm going to have to remove some of this stuff. So I go to General, Host Name, Remove, Clock, Disable, Clock, Disable, and there you go, we're getting there. Pick this up, split view, we go 20mm. So there's my CPU. So we go back to CPU, or sensors I should say, and we click here, double click, and just label it CPU. I think you now know why I wanted to install this. I like to know what's going on under the hood with my PC. And I can remove fans for now because they're not running. So done, done, and done. And wait for it. It should come up. There you go. So double click. That's why I wanted to install sensors and corectrl. At least now I have a visual representation of what the PC is doing and how hot the GPU is and CPU is. So let's go about trying to get corectrl to work. Being fairly new, add a package. Do that in Windows. Just naming my folder as these are the RPMs that are going to be needed later on. And take that, copy, Reject. Okay, back into YST. Go back into software repositories, add local directory this time, click next. Choose, I'll call this personal RPMs. Click next. Click OK. Software management. There we go, AMD fan control. Oh, before I install that, I need to install an editor. Pico. There we go. Pico. Accept. Ignore. Finish. Now, the information that I'm showing you now, I got from this person. If you want to go in depth. Zarina Zapia. There. And there you go, controlling fan curve on AMD GPU, and it goes into other things, but you can use the information gathered from here. There's what you want, so read through that, but I'll show you how I do it. So we'll close that off and we'll go into the terminal. SU password, and hopefully after this we'll get the fan control working. CD etc ls to show directory. Scroll up and there's AMD fan control. So you don't make no typing errors, you can highlight and copy, scroll down, and I'm going to use the Pico editor. So you type Pico, right click, paste, ugh, dickhead, right click, paste, enter. Right, as you can see, you're going to need to enter some details, and basically I just pulled a picture of my fan control from my other PC. So I'm going to enter a few details. You're just going to have to sit and watch, and hopefully you'll understand. So first thing, degrees in temperature. I changed a lot of this myself, and I'll start from 30 degrees, then 40 degrees, 50 degrees. And I skip 60 degrees. And there. And then go down. Enter the same thing. Exactly the same. So we're exactly the same thing, and then we'll scroll down to here, and in default I will enter, because I like the fans to stay on, I don't like them to turn off, 20, 30, 45, 100, 190, and then down here we'll do exactly the same thing, 20, 30, 45, 100, 190. And if you read here, this tells you how to do everything to show you, so I'll show you now. Terminal, SU, password, CD, etc. And then if you use the up and down arrows on the keyboard, you can go through past commands. And we want that one. If you look, I had to remove the hashtag. I had to remove the hash from temps and pulse width modulation. Control Alt, save, exit. So every time you log in, you're going to have to start fan control manually. It's only until they get core control up and running. So open a terminal, SU, enter your password, root password, and then AMD GPU fan control. And if you keep an eye on fan 1, there you go, fans have started. And then you can close this. And it will carry on running. Job done.